Dominique Dufourchot, je viens de la circonscription de Welland. J'ai lu beaucoup de vos travaux et spécifiquement, je ne suis pas d'accord avec votre politique au sujet de la torture. I know there's been a lot of public pressure about this, and just how do you respond to a lot of public pressure asking you regarding your policy on torture? And I do understand the differentiation between persuasive interrogation and torture, and many feel that even persuasive interrogation does still violate the Geneva Convention. How do you feel about that, and how do you respond to that?
This is a question about my supposed attitudes towards the issue of torture. This can be very short and very brief. I have never and will never advocate or support torture in any form whatever. The advocacy... In a democratic society like Canada, let's be very clear, let's really buckle it down here. The advocacy of torture in any form, in my judgment, is a bar to public office in this country. I can't be clearer.
I have a question here. I'm from there. As you know, I have an accent. And what I really want to know exactly what we stand for about the immigration, which is something that's a hot topic. Volpe was there for a year. They really did anything about the immigration. And I haven't seen so many questions about it, but I haven't seen nothing about the immigration. Toronto is made over 100 countries lives in Toronto today. Okay, there's so many problems in immigration. Now I'm asking you, where you stand for the immigration to fix this problem? Because I know people have been over 20 years waiting to fix this problem, waiting to be legal in Canada. We have so many immigrants have a list of criminal records still in this country, which is supposed to be, and good people has been out of the country, like last week or 2 weeks ago, people from Portugal, from Central America, from South America, which is not fair, and I think we should have stand for. I want to know exactly where you stand for immigration policy.
Well, look here. This is difficult for us. We were in power for 13 years, so what I'm about to say is difficult. But the truth of the matter is, if you are a member of Parliament in a downtown Toronto riding, the thing you know about this system is it's bust. That's the first thing. We've got to be honest enough to admit this system is not working. As a federal member of Parliament, 80% of my constituency time is spent trying to deal with a system that is fundamentally broken. It is unacceptable for hard-working new Canadians to have 2-3 year waits to get family completion, to get all these tests done. People come to me in tears saying, my mother is 84 years old and she's in India, and if I don't get her to Canada, she's going to die in India, right? I mean, she feels terrible about it. We've got a system that is bogged down with paperwork, bogged down with bureaucracy. We keep making promises which we're not keeping. What do I do about it? I become the Prime Minister of Canada. I get the best minister, the most able minister. I say, fix it. Ask me what resources you need. I will give it to you. And I'll tell you what's at stake here. The legitimacy of the political system of Canada is at stake here. Because the thing that we're not saying loud enough is that I'm ashamed as a federal member of Parliament that I can't do anything to respond to the legitimate demands of my constituents.
Right on!
It's one per person, so I'm going to have to go there. So.
Vous avez parlé du francophonie hors du Québec. Moi, j'aimerais savoir quelles sont vos idées pour installer cette langue et cette culture hors du Québec. Améliorer les gens.
La première chose à savoir, c'est que toutes ces communautés francophones hors du Québec sont différentes. Les Acadiens, c'est une chose, une tradition, une histoire. Les Franco-Ontariens, ça c'est différent aussi. Saint-Boniface, autre histoire. Les Métis francophones, autre question. Les Franciscois à Saskatchewan, les Franco-Albertains. la première chose, c'est de montrer un certain respect historique pour la spécificité de ces communautés francophones. Il ne veut pas être gommé tout ensemble. Il ne veut pas être traité comme simplement des francophones. Ils ont une histoire spécifique. Je veux valoriser cette histoire. Une des choses que je veux faire, c'est de, si je peux employer un mot en anglais, mainstream leur histoire dans l'histoire du Canada. Parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'Albertains, quand je suis en Alberta, qui sont surpris du fait que la première langue parlée en Alberta après les langues aborigènes et autochtones, c'était pas l'anglais, c'était le français, grâce aux missionnaires catholiques. Alors, pour moi, la chose clé de cette affaire, c'est comme pouvoir fédéral, c'est de promouvoir l'insertion de cette histoire de la spécificité historique francophone dans l'enseignement de l'histoire de notre pays, afin que tous les Canadiens comprennent la contribution immense de ces braves Canadiens à notre histoire entière. Question.
Yeah, Mary Frances Campucci from Saga Pizza. We had a wonderful discussion at the WLC this morning on early childhood education and childcare.
Yes.
And I was wondering how, I can't remember if you were there.
I was there.
Okay. How would you, just looking at a great amount of information that we got at that meeting, how do you see the future of national childcare in Canada?
I think the first thing we have to do as a party is we have to understand that we are not trying to promote daycare. We're not trying to promote childcare. What we're trying to do is transform education for our children. Let's be blunt, we have failed this challenge because we've got ourselves into an ugly argument about choice when we're in the ridiculous situation that if you don't provide early childhood learning for children, they don't have the choice to have it. We got on the wrong side of choice, we have to be on the right side of choice. That's number one. And number two, the crucial thing, we have to say again and again and again that we are in the business of starting Canadian children, every Canadian child, between 0 and 6, on a learning experience which every single child psychologist in the world believes will transform educational outcomes in primary, secondary, and post-secondary education. We start them right, we roll them right the way through.